Let's get a quick take on the jury selected for the Aurora Theater Shooting trial. 19 out of the 24 people selected are women, with some revealing coincidental connections to the night of the incident. Lynn Bartles from the Denver Post, when it was finally released, what'd you think of the jury pool?
Well, first of all, I thought it was a lot of women, but more than anything, having covered the Oklahoma City bombing trial, and the anniversary of the bombing is Sunday, it just brought back so many memories, and I thought this is a life-changing experience for all of these people.
Mm-hmm. David Copel from the Independence Institute and DU Law School, were you surprised in the makeup and really some of the connections that some of these jurors have to Columbine, the incident, various things within the Colorado community?
Well, on these mass terrorist attacks of Columbine and the Aurora Theater, it's not surprising that in the community lots of people have some connection and have been affected by it in various ways. I greatly respect those 24 who didn't come up with some bogus excuse of, oh, my cat has a broken paw, so I can't do it, or whatever. These are people who are whatever they decide, and I'll leave that to them. They're good patriotic Americans who are standing up to do their civic duty, sacrificing several months of their time, and then having to make a very important decision. This is the way our system works. It's not just the people, your only obligation is to pay taxes and then try to get as much loot back as you can from the government. It's active participation in our governance by serving in a jury. So my hat's off to all 24 of them.
Eric Sonderman, political analyst, were you surprised they were able to come up with the jury pool, I guess, relatively quickly? I mean, we thought 9,000 people, they would be going on for really weeks, and it seemed quick to me. What do you think?
Well, it seemed quick compared to the expectation, but the expectation wasn't exactly quick. Nothing about this trial has been quick. Nothing about this trial will be quick. David's point about civic duty is absolutely right on the mark. The interesting thing about this to me was just, once again, all of us bump into this in our daily lives, but it confirmed that Denver, while it is a big metropolitan area, it's one of these 2 degrees of separation kind of town, and everyone sort of has a connection to everyone, and even in this horrific incident, you saw people with connections to Columbine or connections to that horrific evening in Aurora or whatever. The ones I feel a little bit sorry for are the ones who are alternates. So they have, they're going to spend several months of their life hearing this gruesome testimony, probably be prepared to make a decision, render a verdict, but not have the opportunity to do so. But that's the way the system works.
Mm-hmm. And Natasha Gardner, senior editor at 5280 Magazine, wrap it up for us.
Many years ago, I actually served on a jury for a murder trial, so I have a very, very, very small idea of what these people are going to go through. As we've mentioned at this table already, it's an immense civic duty. It is an important part of our legal system, but it is an important indication of our society and such an important part of how we do things. So that's a tremendous faith in what they're going to do. But in addition to that, I think we have to remember that even if you're not in that courtroom, this community is going to be affected by every day of this trial. Mental wellness, just sort of how we feel about things is something we have to keep perspective on too. So even if you're not one of those 24, I think this trial is going to severely impact people's lives on a day-to-day basis.